Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton, and as you can tell, I've caught some type of cold or sick, whatever. My daughter's been sick, my wife's been sick, and I woke up at 4:30 today to play some pro, and I'm really feeling it. So it's about 5:20 right now. I'm going to show you holes 4, 5, and 6 here. But I think I gotta get back to bed and get some rest because I actually work until 9 o'clock tonight, which, as of right now, with the way I feel, seems like forever away. So I just gotta get some sleep before I go in and hopefully rest up, before the finals and stuff tomorrow. So 4, 5, and 6, I'll show you, but I really apologize as I'm just gonna have to play, the rest of my pro throughout the day, here and there, but get caught up on some sleep first. So here we go. Hole number 4. Hole number 4, I'll be honest with you, I spent like my first 20 minutes being awake trying to get this shot figured out. Now, the thing about it with tailwind here is I tried to play pretty much a max backspin sniper shot, okay, and go right at the pin. The problem with that was you just don't get a consistent roll. Sometimes you come in at the pin, which was good, but then other times I was experiencing like this roll on the green to where it just shoots past the hole, even with all that backspin. So I just had to kind of give up on that shot as it was just going to be a waste. And here I dropped down to basically just a grizzly shot, which I think a lot of people are playing it this way because that's what people seem to be messaging me on Facebook about, wanting to know if I could get it figured out or dialed in. I think they got this from Ben, if I'm right. But here, this is going to be more difficult, right? Because when people send me shots like, hey, can you try this out? And the shot requires curl. It's going to be super difficult to get people to dial in a par 3 with curl. As a matter of fact, it's going to be almost impossible. Some people are going to make it, some people aren't. It's just going to be luck of the draw, especially on these par 3s here when you're going to have different wind angles too. But at the end of the day, I'll shut up and just tell you what we're doing here. 3 bars this side, spin to the left, about 1.8 top, okay? Now the key to success here is you see this ball guideline, you see how it's short. That's what you need. What can happen when you go to set this shot up with your Grizzly is you can actually get an extended ball guideline, and that will cause your ball to run fast. Kind of the same thing I was experiencing with the sniper shot. So here we're just going to back up, put the yellow ring on the rough, the plus 8 yard mark. You can see the bounces going over the sand trap, but again, the ball guideline is nice and tight. This is basically 25% at max. You see here a little bit of curl to the left. The curl is going to be the hardest part. But the speed even comes in a little bit. It's okay, When it comes in at that fast, it might hit the pin and go in. It might hit the pin and barely bounce out. But overall, the shot's close. The only bad part about showing a shot like this is going to be curl. So you just got to have to estimate curl. Unless you're really good at practicing, and then you're really good at practicing different wind angles or pull angles, whatever you want to call it. But that's that hole in a nutshell. Here we're gonna go to hole number 5. Now hole number 5, listen, I pick up the eagle on it. I almost pick up an albatross on it. Not that I'm ever playing this hole for an albatross, but the biggest thing for me at the end of the day is I want to pick up an eagle here, okay? And you're gonna see an eagle. It's not pretty, but it will be consistent, and that's all that matters. 6 top. I think I put 1 bar of side spin to the left here in a second. 6 top, 1 left. Now you can see here I'm making sure my ball guideline is doing a rough bump. 10% at max is the pool here. Now you see here, I overpowered my ball until the bottom of the ball was basically touching the bottom of the blue adjustment target. Now that's just a little bit too much OP. I do hit a perfect ball, so I got all of it. And you'll see here we go from one fairway and we miss the rough entirely, and we go way down here. But you know what? That does not matter. Like, that's actually fine. That is way better than falling short by a mile, because look at this. From down here, you easily play with your sand wedge. You can go max backspin. And you can almost treat this like you would treat a guardian shot, which we just had a little bit more backspin. But you can tell here I'm aiming pin high, and I'm treating this shot like I would be playing it with a guardian or, like a thorn backspin approach. Perfect ball. And you'll see I don't mind going long on this hole. I don't even care driving the sand. We almost stick that one in. Not that I was expecting it, but I sure was trying. And it almost came close, right? All right, well, now we go on here to hole number 6. Hole number 6, this one gives you a good chance for the eagle. I'm a little bit annoyed with it because when I took 2 practice shots, I missed the eagle to the right-hand side of the cup. And then, of course, you'll see what happens here. 6 top, 2 bars of side spin to the right. Now, the thing about it here, depending on your wind angle, I would just suggest everybody, you see that I'm starting at the plus 16 yard mark. I suggest you actually back this down to the plus 13, because depending on the angle that you get, when you go to pull your rings, you might pull into overpower. But if you just start at the plus 13, or if whatever driver you have, you just take 3 yards off of max and then put your orange ring on the rough like that. You won't pull into any overpower. And not that pulling into overpower is a big deal, but if you don't do it right, it just causes your shot to be less accurate because you're not actually pulling the correct amount of rings. That's probably something that would be good to put in like a ring video. It's been a long time since somebody did a refresher on that, but there's a lot of little nuances that people don't know. That's one of them. So 375 on the drive, that's fine. Now this is annoying because 0% at max was good in practice, and like I said, I was sticking this thing right at the hole, but I kept coming up to the right. On my last practice shot, I even swirled the cup. So here, 2 bars of side spin to the right has been consistent. I think the only thing that I did wrong here in real mode is I started too far into the rough. I should have had my yellow ring at the top of the rough line, because when I look at my practice shots, that's where I was setting up at. So I think what happened here is I set up too far down, which made me use more top spin, which kind of threw the shot off. Oh, but the only reason I'm showing this replay instead of my practice shots is because I think this is what we need our ball guideline to look like. I think yellow ring at the top of the rough, 0% max. Ball guideline, about halfway in the hole and halfway out of the hole on the green. So offsetting to the left. I almost ran out of time too. I think I shot this at 0. But you see here, because I set up in the rough lower, my ball comes in at a slower rate and it starts to tear off to the right-hand side again. But that's only because the ball is coming in so slow at the end. The green is taking us to the right-hand side. That's just how it slopes. So go ahead and offset that one to the left like I did. Yellow ring at the top of the rough. Then I think you'd be good. I apologize, everybody. I just had to get back to bed and try to shake this cold before it turns into something nasty. Best of luck on pro if you're wanting the extra holes. I think I saw that my friend BK Ben Kennedy posted all 18 holes. So give him a follow. He's a great guy. He does a good job with his shots. And head over there and check him out. And then I'll do my best to get these pro accounts qualified so that I can do the finals. Now, the good news is I am off Saturday and Sunday, so I have this weekend off. which is super duper rare. So as long as everything is good, I'm going to get all the pro out for you guys, okay? That's it. Have a great day.